My name is Arunima. I belong to Chennai. I am 41 years old. I started my journey, the IVF journey, in 2015 in Mumbai with a reputed IVF specialist and a reputed hospital. Uh, Despite the best efforts of the doctor, I didn't succeed. We had 5 failed embryo transfers in which I lost all my 17 embryos. The doctors there gave up hope. They suggested surrogacy. I wasn't too willing on surrogacy at that time, and all throughout the treatment, at back of my mind, I was thinking of considering to consult Dr. Nayana Patel. I had read about her in various magazines. I had seen videos on YouTube about her treatment, and I finally came down to Anand in April 2017 to consult her. Despite such a not so positive history where I had so many failures, she was quite positive and she instilled that positivity in me that we will succeed. The issue that I had was that my uterus lining would always remain very thin, and that's why the embryos would not attach. And she said we will work on it with uterine rejuvenation. But we started with ovarian rejuvenation so that I get better quality eggs and the pickup is successful. We had that, we had few embryos from that cycle. Post the pickup, she suggested we do hysteroscopy to have a better understanding of the uterus. In the hysteroscopy, it didn't look too great in terms of how the uterus was, and she suggested I go for metroplasty, which I had already done a year prior to that in Mumbai, and it had not given great results. But just keeping my faith in her word and in her expertise and the skill that she has and the passion she has for her craft, I went ahead with bilateral metroplasty, and when after 2 months we had a relook hysteroscopy, it looked quite good in terms of how the uterus had developed. And then she started my cycle for transfer in December 2017. We started the embryo transfer cycle. And during the cycle, she did the uterus rejuvenation as well. So that gave some added benefit to the lining. And closer to the date of transfer, she decided that we'll do a day 3 embryo transfer, which is quite unheard of. The success rate is even lower than a day 5 embryo or a blastocyst, as we call. And early Jan, I had my embryo transfer, and end of Jan, I conceived. So in the first trial itself, we succeeded in the pregnancy, and it was the trust that I had in her and the guidance that she gave that I thought of continuing to stay in Anand for my entire term. So I had initially thought that once I conceive, I'll go back home and continue my pregnancy there. But I think after succeeding with and the advice that she gave, there was no chance that I would trust another doctor. So I decided to stay on for all the 9 months here locally in Anand so that I can continue to get her expert opinion at every point in time. And very recently, just about 10 days back, I delivered a healthy, full-term baby boy. We are doing well. And I think in this lifetime, I'll remain indebted to her for giving this gift, because not too long back, just in 2017, I had lost hope, because any other doctor, after seeing 5 failures in an age of 40 plus, would have not put their efforts or would have actually pushed me on to surrogacy. And here it was Dr. Nayana who said surrogacy is not an option, you will conceive. And she was so positive and so sure that I started doubting what others were saying. And during the entire treatment, after that positivity, it never occurred to me that I'll not carry the baby full term. People do hear of IVF cases where babies are born preterm and prematurely, but I never had a doubt that that would happen with me. And I carried the baby full term. We had planned a C-section because that's how it has to be, and all went well. By grace of God and Dr. Nayana's expert advice, and the entire team as well. They do take care very personally. Everybody is accessible round the clock. It's not just that you come and visit and you talk. Even you can access Dr. Nayana at any time, even with a mild or a very trivial query. And she is very patient with uh, questions that may seem silly or of no consequence, but she does give time. And I had her number, I would call her, she would take the call. It never felt that it's not personalized and it's not cared for or concerned for. So it was a really great experience in all sorts, and I never had a regret. And I think even after delivery, at every moment we were like, we made the right decision of staying back in Anand, because the post natal care, the pediatric team, the nursery, everybody was more than prompt to take care of any issues that could have come up. So all in all, a very, very happy experience, and the only regret perhaps would be why I didn't come earlier.